Hey gang, Kris here.
Grant Thompson, welcome back to Self-Made.
And today we're going to be talking about how do you become famous through social media.
When we talk about social media, there's a few main platforms that stick out: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And when we think about these platforms, there may be people that come to your mind that you consider to be famous.
Dude, Grant, I'll never forget what it was like for me. I know everywhere I go with you, you're having this experience. And I've had a lot of local people where I live, like, identify with me, and they've been to my events, or I've had a chance to help make money in real estate. That's one thing. But when I had the experience for the first time with someone I've never met before, who ran up to me in the airport because they had watched all of my videos on my channel, and they came over and they were gushing, husband and wife, and wanted to tell me their whole life story and what's changed and how everything's gotten better, and it led them to make this choice that changed everything for them. Like, my wife was just staring, and I was just kind of staring. I'm like, good guys, awesome. I was like, who are you? I didn't know these people. I've never connected with them before. You know, to them, I was famous. That's kind of the weird thing about having a presence on social media or YouTube or these different platforms, because now when I meet the people, I mean, it just happened right now. I'll actually text people on my YouTube channel when they reach out, and this person's like, dude, no way, is it really you? It's like, yeah, it's really me. And when they ask that, I always send them a picture of me. But I had this one time, dude, I kid you not, this kid, it was like 11 o'clock at night. I was on this text thread with this kid. I'm like, hey, I just got your request from a YouTube channel. How's it going? He's like, there's no way this is Kris Krohn. No way. And I was like, it's me. He's like, prove it. Take a picture with the spoon in your mouth.
That's clever.
Yeah,
that
it was
clever.
super clever, right? So I went down to the kitchen, I put a spoon in my mouth, took this goofy picture, sent it to him, and then he freezed like, no way! Like, he went nuts, and then he sent me a picture of him with a spoon in his mouth.
Oh, wow.
You know, and
so that you knew that it was really him.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, so the funny thing is, through social media, right now it's almost as if there's a new world of celebrities, right? I mean, you've got your your ones in Hollywood that you expect to be famous. They've got charisma and unique personalities. They're amazing actors. They're often really handsome or have like really fit bodies. But you know, through social media today, there's room for a whole new level of celebrity, and you don't have to fit the Hollywood mold. Yeah. In fact, anyone that is willing to speak out loud about their message or be a little bit daring and courageous and put themselves out there and honk their horn have the ability to actually have their own version of celebrity, and it exists through social media and YouTube.
And you guys, you know what I just pulled out of Kris's story there, listening to these people who are engaging with Kris and seeing him as a celebrity? It's not that he's recognized as a celebrity, although he is in some parts of the world. I have seen people jumping and cheering for this man. But for the average person who's just watching the internet, I think what it is that makes a person famous is a connection that they have with them. I saw you on this little box on my computer, and you affected my life in the way that made a difference, and now I'm a better person for it, and therefore I love you. And if I see you in real life, it's like, oh my gosh, you actually are real. You're not just something construed and concocted to make me feel a certain way. Like, I think that emotional connection makes all the difference.
Well, and the way that used to happen, Grant, was through being like an author, right? Before there was social media, I've written a book, someone went to the bookshelf, they got my book, they read it, and then if you ever run in, you know, I've written books now, I have 3 books, one of them's a bestseller, and I've had these books read by lots of people, and I'll get, you know, someone that's read my book coming up to me, someone that I haven't met, and they go nuts over what they learned and how amazing it was. You know, and you have that, but right now social media allows you to do it faster than you've ever done it before. Yeah. But to do it, I think you need to know who you are. I think you need to know what your brand is, and I think you need to know how you're going to stand out. And when I say stand out, I mean polarize. Because the reality is, dude, especially when you go social media, not everyone's going to like you. And there are some people actually that will intentionally polarize and rub people wrong, because even the bad limelight creates even more fame for them. I mean, we got plenty of examples of who those people are and what that looks like. But really, anyone that's willing to, I mean, our world, it's amazing. Our world is shouting the message of tolerance so loud and this PC that people are afraid to take a stand. And so often through social media, those that become a somebody or become a name, it's usually because they're loved or because they're hated. And if you're not willing to experience either of those, then you probably are vanilla. You don't stand out enough for anyone to really care or know. And so I just think that if you really want to put yourself out there, and trust me, I'm not trying to tell you to go out there and get hated and do something inauthentic, but you do have to be willing to take a stand.
Yeah, and if you dig deep down inside yourself, there are things that you're passionate about, there are things that you care about, there are things that you resonate about. There is a truth for you, there's something that's guiding you, and so if you want to be famous on social media, what you need to do is follow your purpose, find out who you are, and be willing to share that with other people. And I think the key is to keep showing up. You need to regularly and consistently keep showing up, keep sharing your message, and that's how you'll develop a following of people that connect with you. And just as an example, recently my son grew tall enough that he could go on some of the rides at Lagoon. So I decided to take him on a special daddy-son date to Lagoon, just me and him. And once we got into the park, we could not turn around and walk 10 feet before another family was like, "Oh my gosh, the king of random. Let's get a family picture." Turn around, the king of random, let's get a family picture. And this was happening because they're like, we watched this video that we did and we did this as a family, and we watched this video that we did and we did this as a family, and we watched this video and we did this as a family. And I kept hearing this message, we watched your video and we did this as a family. And that's when it really impacted me. It's like, I'm just a guy making videos in my basement, but there are people watching these videos and doing them as a family. And so when they see me, they're not celebrating me because I'm awesome. They're celebrating the connection that they had through one of my videos that made their family awesome. So you want to be social media present, you want to be famous, don't think so much about yourself. Think about the people who are going to be watching your content and how their lives are going to be affected, and be a force for good.
I think that's actually a really good message, because when we talk here about the polarity that happens by taking a stand for something, ultimately, to what end? Like, if you're inspiring someone, they're the one that gets inspired. And I think that is 100% the way you got to be thinking about it, which is, how can I say something that will impact someone in such a way that their life is bettered for it and it creates more value for them.
Hey guys, hope you pulled some value out of our message here. If you're on the journey becoming a YouTube presence, hope you pulled some of the tips out of these videos. We have more tips for you as well.
Yeah, we just finished actually doing our amazing 3-day self-made event. It was good. It was 3 intense days. I mean, we had you up and out of your chair. We had people having like blowgun wars with like ear thingamabobbers, and we had people. Oh my gosh, it's too much to even tell. It was so wild and
It's
crazy.
all on the video. We recorded the whole thing. We've turned it into a session that you can benefit from. It's in the link in the description below.
Yeah, so if you'd like to really figure out how to like take that step and say, hey, you know what, if you really want to be famous, listen, you can try to be famous through other social media, but YouTube hands down is the best platform to make that happen, to connect regularly through people through the most intense media, which is video. You can do that through YouTube, so check out our website. We'll get you more on that. Otherwise, make sure that you subscribe, and if you like this video, share it.